Hello, I'm Judy Buchanan. I'm a medical Reiki master and teacher, as well as a resiliency trainer, and I am so thrilled to be talking with you today. My goal here is to help you reclaim your serenity with Reiki and Young Living essential oils, two awesome tools to really help you address your needs from a holistic perspective. A concept that I really want you to understand is that oftentimes within Western society, we try to separate mind, body, spirit, emotional body, and it's just really not feasible to do so. So it's really important to use tools that are helpful in supporting the whole person in healing. And my goal, my mission is to empower you to safely release trauma, anxiety, grief, and pain so that you can feel better and thrive. And in order to do that, we really need to understand that we're constantly responding to the world around us and that we have this energetic system in the body called the meridians as well as the biofield. So everything is energy. It's not just philosophy, it's physics. And in the center picture, you see how the meridians are existing within the body. It looks like the circulatory system. And you're constantly responding to the world around you through those energetic systems. This is why you can feel somebody looking at you from behind, and you don't have eyes in the back of your head, but you feel it and you turn around and oh my gosh, they are looking at you. So that is your energy field connecting with them. So if we recognize that everything is energetic, then we can really start to address the whole person's needs from that perspective. So energy in motion is actually the emotions. So when you have an emotion, you have a biochemical reaction in your body that alters your physical state based upon the energy that you are experiencing within or around you. So your energetic system, as I said before, is constantly responding to your thoughts, your feelings, as well as the experience that you're having external to your body. And in this picture, you can see how different emotions affect the physiology of the body. This is heat signatures. And you can see the difference between love and how the person is full of warmth and light as compared to sadness, and how cold and dark the body looks. It's amazing to understand that from the perspective that those chemical reactions are actually creating your physiology on a regular basis. So we really want to work towards understanding what you're holding on to emotionally, and that the fact that you're creating your own chemical reactions within your body, and they can kind of get stuck at some point or another along the way. So this is why I say our issues live in our tissues, because the biochemical reactions that happen over time can lodge in different places in the body. That's why you may have pain in a particular shoulder, not just because it was injured, or sometimes you don't even injure it and you start to feel pain. Oftentimes we recognize this most closely with the stomach. You get butterflies in your stomach if there's something going on from an anxiety perspective or fear perspective. And that's not just somebody hit you in the stomach, right? But you feel it emotionally, and those chemical reactions happen energetically as well. And so they kind of get stuck at different points. And it's just like if you get hit in the arm, everything clenches down because your body is trying to protect itself. So in the practice of Reiki, along with using essential oils, we want to be able to move those aspects in the body. Here's a great experiment that I'd like to put up, because it shows you how your thoughts affect the energy of, this test was for water. So what happened with Dr. Emoto was he put water in a particular glass jar, and then he emoted the word thank you, thank you, thank you. And when you say thank you, along with the emotions, you're sending out the energy of that thought and emotion, which you can see affected the water here, which was frozen and then put under a microscope. So remember, your body is 60 to 80%, depending on where it is in the body, 60 to 80% water. Look at the effects that the energy of emotion and thoughts have on the water. So again, what are you saying to yourself? How are you speaking to yourself and to others? Because that has an impact. The other thing I want you to understand is that our physiology, our body, responds whether there is a real or perceived threat. So this is my example. I'm walking along in the woods and all of a sudden I think I see a snake and I respond. My vagus nerve says, ah! And that's my fight, flight, or freeze reaction. I jump back and then I realize, oh, it's just a snake. So my body did what was important to have happen, which was respond, but it's actually just a stick. So this can happen to us for real or perceived threats. This is why your body responds to movies in certain ways. Or if your boss starts yelling at you, you go into fight, flight, or freeze. So we don't thrive and survive at the same time because these are different aspects of our nervous system, and sometimes we can get stuck on in one arena. This is what chronic stress is. So over time, chronic stress can cause significant issues. It is the number one cause of disease, and disease is really dis-ease, being out of balance. And you can see here all of the issues that are caused by chronic stress, which basically means that your pendulum has swung to the fight, flight, or freeze, and lots of times people don't even realize it. I'd like you to check out your breathing right now. Is it shallow? Or are you taking nice deep breaths? What I figured out, I was breathing shallow all the time. I was in fight, flight, or freeze, and I didn't even realize it. So I got sick over time related to the stress, and that's actually how I came into the practice of Reiki. Reiki is a Japanese holistic, non-invasive, deep relaxation treatment, and it's used to calm the nervous system and stimulate the body's own innate wisdom to promote self-healing and recovery. Reiki works as a complementary therapy and supports conventional and medical treatments with no contraindications. So what Reiki is doing is it's healthy touch. And when we have healthy touch, which we don't get enough of in this world, we release oxytocin, the cuddle or love hormone. It basically tells the body, you are safe. And when the body feels like it is safe, it is actually able to get into the space in which the healing can occur. Your body has innate knowledge of how to heal. It's just we need to get out of its way. Remember, I said I was in constant stress and didn't even realize it. And because of that, I had all kinds of gastrointestinal issues, uterine issues. I've had 6 surgeries, and my body didn't feel safe on a regular basis. So we need to remind the body, mind, and spirit what it feels like to get into the space of feeling calm and relaxed. And it's not just sleeping, although sleeping is phenomenal, but getting into the space of calm and relaxation. So Reiki can really help you do that along with essential oils, and I'll talk about that further as I go through. So I just want you to understand that this technique is being utilized in hospice, in medical and VA centers, and it can be utilized for anyone of any age in any scenario, because what it's doing, it's helping the body get into that place of self-healing. As you know, anytime you walk into a hospital, you're freaking out if you're going to have something done. So you're not in the best condition to heal. We want to help you get into that best condition by utilizing things like Reiki as well as essential oils to help your body, mind, and spirit come to that place of calm. Here's a quick study that was done at the Cancer Center with Reiki practitioners. This was from April 2015 to 2016, and I want you to take a look at the average pain and discomfort reduced by 59 to 61%, stress and anxiety 63 to 66%. Phenomenal for 30 minutes sitting in a chair. And again, Reiki has no contraindications and it's non-invasive. So what Reiki does is it promotes the relaxation response, the physiological well-being for yourself, and it promotes mindfulness and self-awareness. When we have the relaxation response in the body, when we get into that place of calm, that's when the self-healing occurs, which you're fully capable of doing. So I want to talk about my journey with essential oils. And one of the ways that I actually got involved with Young Living and essential oils was through the the use of thieves. Thieves is phenomenal. It kills 99.9% of the bacteria in the air, and you can see it boosts immunity, kills bacteria, supports the body's natural defenses, freshens and eliminates odors, and combats the spread of germs. So 10 years ago, I got involved with Young Living by utilizing thieves, and we would have it in the house. Anytime anybody was sick, we would be diffusing it. And one of the things we did was, before my husband deployed in 2009 to Iraq, was I put together a bottle of thieves so that he could spray it in the places that he went to kill the bacteria. And what we found out, though, too, was it was a great mechanism for him to connect with home. He told me that later on his deployment, that every time he sprayed it, he felt like he was back home. So what this shows us is that scents and smells have a significant impact on the emotional body. So not only was the essential oil, which, by the way, essential oils are the most potent aspect of the living organism of a plant, but it helps us to work through or deal with emotional aspects in our body, because the strongest sense in our body actually is the scent of smell, and it correlates in the brain to memory. So I love thieves. It has so many impacts. For our family, and as you can see, it made a huge impact for my husband on deployment. I use Envision in my office. So this is my office, as you can see, where I practice Reiki. And so oftentimes I use Envision because it has such high frequency. And again, we're working with the energy of emotions and the body and the spirit, and we want to raise the frequency within the body and support the releasing of emotions and experiences so the body can do its self-healing. So essential oils are phenomenal for that, and Envision is the one that I often like to diffuse in my office. However, I love to put together different rollers and give those as gifts to my clients as well. But the reason why I do use Envision is to create that place of safety and calm, along with raising the frequency within the cellular structure of the body. Why I love Young Living is because it's seed to seal. It's 100% essential oil, and it's quality product. So it's really important for me to use quality product, and that's why I love Young Living. So promote relaxation response with your body. Use the self-healing techniques by using Young Living essential oils, because it's 100% seed to seal. You cannot pour from an empty cup. We want to try and do that all the time. Oftentimes we're such givers and givers and givers, but there's nothing left sometimes. So we really need to take charge of our recharge, and it's nobody else's responsibility to do so but yours. It's your job to take charge of your recharge. So again, I am so thrilled to have spoken to you today for this brief moment. If you'd like to know more about what I do with Reiki as well as essential oils in my practice, I'd love for you to reach out to me. My website is very simple. It's just Judy-Buchanan, and I'd really like to have you connect with me so you can relax, release, and revitalize. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.